The group slept comfortably inside the house Mukuda made, and Mukuda was still proud of it. Fel couldn't refute it anymore as he also slept well inside it. Fel asked Mukuda their plan for the day. He wanted to hunt, but since Mukuda is a C-rank adventurer now, it's not necessary to hunt every day anymore, so he decided to return to the guild and sell the black serpent skin to Lambert as well. Mukuda earned even more money after returning to the guild, as the remaining bulls were butchered by Johan. Afterwards, he sold the black serpent's parts, except its meat and skin. Then they returned to the inn, as Sui was already asking for his meal. After returning to the inn, Mukuda announced proudly that he'd make something new today while happily taking out a meat grinder that he had bought from his online grocery store. Afterwards, he showed his two familiars how the meat grinder works by using the horned bull meat as an example. Sui also asked to try it as he found it fun, and he easily ground a huge amount of meat because of his strength. Then Mukuda finally chopped some onions before mixing milk, breadcrumbs, meat, eggs, and the sauteed onions. Then he seasoned the mixture with salt and pepper before kneading it and shaping it into small patties with Sui's help. He decided to store half of the patties while he grilled the rest while Sui and Fel were excitedly watching him. When the patties were cooked, he poured some ketchup and Worcestershire sauce in the pan before pouring it on top of the patties as he served them. Fel was drooling after seeing the hamburger steak. The three really liked their meal. Fel started devouring it while Sui was checking the food's ingredients while eating happily. After having their meal, Sui was cleaning their dishes like usual, while Mukuda started washing his clothes. However, he wasn't satisfied with this world's soap, so he decided to buy some from his online grocery store, and he's also planning to sell some of it to Lambert. But he transferred the conditioner and shampoo to a different container first to avoid suspicions. At the same time, Sui suddenly called out to him while he was happily playing in the bucket of water. Because of this, Mukuda wished he could also take a bath, as he hadn't taken one for a long time. Afterwards, Mukuda met up with Lambert to sell him the serpent skin, and because Lambert was satisfied with the intact snake skin, he paid Mukuda 50 gold coins. Then Mukuda took out the soap, shampoo, and conditioner that he was planning to sell. Lambert was amazed with the soap's quality, but Mukuda started explaining his other products' effects to Lambert. Mukuda was dumbfounded when Lambert suddenly turned quiet. However, he suddenly thanked Mukuda just for being acquainted with him. He explained that he's having trouble thinking about gifts he could give to her wife on their coming anniversary, as she doesn't want any bags or accessories, so he has no idea what to give her. But the items Mukuda brought are the perfect gifts for his wife, as she likes to take a bath, so he's now safe from getting his wife's silent treatment. However, Mukuda is more focused on the bathtub Lambert mentioned, and he asked Lambert right away if he could see it. Lambert agreed, and as he showed Mukuda the bath they owned, he also admitted that they were proud of it. Then he explained that painted and colorful ones are more expensive as they have a magic tool to heat up and purify the water. He also added that although it cost around 100 gold coins, it could be considered a symbol for a merchant's success. Lambert noticed how eager Mukuda was to have his own bathtub, so he told him that he could introduce him to a shop that sells bathtubs. Before Mukuda left, he provided Lambert with a piece of each toiletry item he has. Lambert said he'll give it a try first, as he's afraid his wife will be mad thinking that he made her try some strange items. Mukuda came back the next day, and Lambert was anxiously waiting for his arrival inside his shop. But it was his wife who welcomed Mukuda first. She explained how envious she was of his husband after his bath, as he gave off a nice fragrance and his hair had a brilliant luster. Lambert cried while saying that he was hoping to surprise her for their anniversary. But she refuted that she wanted to try the items right away, and she's more than satisfied with the results. Lambert praised her wife's beauty right away, so Mukuda couldn't stop himself from being annoyed as he watched the two flirt in front of him. Afterwards, Lambert started discussing the items with him. Mukuda thought that he would now be willing to buy the items from him. However, he was surprised when Lambert offered to let him use his shop to sell his items. Then they explained that Lambert was hesitant at first as his shop is for selling leather. However, his wife noticed the potential of the items, and she wouldn't let any other merchant buy them from Mukuda. She's confident that any lady, whether they are nobles or commoners, would fight for these items. Then she asked Mukuda again to sell his items through their store exclusively. Mukuda agreed, and she asked to discuss the details right away, but she accidentally revealed her real intention, which is to make sure that she'll be able to acquire the items for herself. Mukuda returned to the inn after, feeling exhausted because of this transaction, as he spent a whole day filling up the bottles with shampoo and conditioner. Fel asked Mukuda's plan for the day, intending to suggest that they go to a dungeon. However, Mukuda refused before he could even finish his words, adding that they needed to meet Willem at the guild. Fell reluctantly agreed. After entering the guild, Mukuda heard other adventurers talk about wyverns, and he already had an idea of what was going to happen. Mukuda screamed after entering Willem's office. He's shocked after seeing the stack of bags full of gold coins beside him. So Willem explained that the city lord was really grateful because of the mithril mine. But Mukuda's mind is somewhere else. He's already thinking of buying his bathtub. However, a guild employee suddenly entered the office, informing them about a swarm of wyverns. They rushed out of the office, while the employee explained that a low-ranked adventurer party was attacked by a swarm of wyverns while hunting in the plains. And although the party managed to escape, most of them are poisoned on top of being heavily injured. Mukuda was terrified, seeing the party's grave situation. Willem checked the party, but he found out that they'd already run out of potions. Hearing this, Mukuda took out some high-quality potions and gave them to Willem. Willem poured it on the adventurer's wound right away, and they were shocked when it immediately healed the adventurer's wound while removing the poison. Mukuda could only look away as Willem stared at him with disbelief. After healing the other adventurers, Willem announced an emergency quest. He required all adventurers at C rank and above to join the guild as they hunt the wyverns. Although they were scared at first, they've become willing to fight after Willem explained that the wyverns will attack the city if they don't hunt them right away. And everyone was fired up after Willem talked about their pride as adventurers. However, Fell suddenly interfered and announced that he would take care of the wyverns. Mukuda and the adventurers were shocked, as some thought that Fell was just a great wolf. Mukuda tried to stop Fell, but he thought it would be a great exercise while adding that the wyvern meat was delicious. Mukuda was still trying to stop Fell. However, Fell suddenly asked Willem if the wyverns he hunted would belong to him. Willem affirmed this while offering to bring the adventurers with him to help. But Fell refuted that they would just get in his way, so Willem could just entrust the whole city's safety to Fell. After this, Mukuda could just reluctantly join Fell as they headed to the wyverns' location. Even Mukuda could tell how dangerous the wyverns are, but Fell was just annoyed seeing them fly in the sky, while Sui curiously asked if they would be fighting these creatures. Hearing Sui ask about the wyverns, Fell thought that it would be a great opportunity to teach Sui how to hunt flying prey. Although Mukuda was against it, Sui rejoiced at hearing his uncle's words. Then Fell brought Sui with him as they headed straight to the middle of the swarm of wyverns. Fell instructed Sui to aim at either the wyvern's head or wings. Then Sui gave it a try as he aimed at the wyverns with his acid. He was disappointed that he missed their heads. However, he still managed to hit its wing, making it unable to fly. Afterwards, Fell finished off the fallen wyvern by cutting its head off using his magic. Before they continued their hunt, Fell reminded Sui to avoid damaging its body as they were planning to eat it. While explosions were all over the place, Mukuda was hiding behind a huge boulder, and he was dejected after seeing his cute little Sui slowly becoming a battle maniac like Fell. While troubled by Sui's situation, a wyvern managed to sneak behind Mukuda. It attacked Mukuda, but it couldn't hurt him as he was protected by Fell's barrier, and Sui blocked its next attack before Fell finished it off. Mukuda felt exhausted watching the battle, but his two familiars complained about their hunger, so Mukuda had no choice but to prepare some food, as he took out the patties he had prepared previously. Fell asked if they would be eating hamburgers again, but Mukuda answered that he would cover them with breading this time. Then Mukuda started preparing by covering the patties with flour, egg, and breadcrumbs before deep frying them. Mukuda explained that it would taste completely different if prepared in a slightly different way. They ate happily while talking about their favorite flavors. At the same time, everyone inside the guild is nervously waiting for them. They had no idea that the group was just having their usual picnic after easily killing the swarm of wyverns. The scene then changed to the three other heroes who were summoned with Mukuda. They didn't expect that the Mukuda, who they didn't expect to survive, and the adventurer who tamed a fenrir were the same person. And while Mukuda is having fun eating all kinds of delicious food, they had to endure eating the disgusting food they prepared. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and look forward to the next part.